G'day, Tonia Reeves here, Australia's Psychic Cowgirl, coming at you from Sunday Creek this week. I'm back at home, so yeah, no more outbacking at the moment. So yeah, pleased to be back home, catching up on everything. It's the first couple of days of spring here, so we're getting into the mowing the lawns and doing all the outside stuff because everything's growing at a crazy rate, which is really great. It's really a fun time here, you know, getting over that winter, the coldness of the winter and into the milder weather for us. So we're pretty excited about that. And yeah, so wherever you are in the world, I know you'll be transitioning seasons as well. It's one thing I do love is having the variety of, you know, all the different seasons. I think is a lot of fun. We've got our retreat coming up this Sunday here at our property in Sunday Creek. So very excited. Got a great group of ladies gathering to get together for a wonderful day of retreat, and it will be reflection and healing. And look, it's amazing. The feedback we've got from our first retreat's just been fantastic. So I highly recommend, you know, all of you are from all over the world, but sometimes when we need a recharge, it's really great to have a look around and see what is on offer and have a look at connecting with others that are like-minded. Because really, even for us to make the retreat a success, besides the fact of holding space, which Jacinta and I do here, Jacinta Feely's an amazing medium and healer as well. And she, you know, her and I work in really well. We both bring different aspects to the table. So it's a great day of, you know, both of us sharing. And we're both very much open books. So we like to share our knowledge and to help everyone tap into their uniqueness and not only your psychic side, but that inner voice that, you know, is often in the background and encouraging us to step up and do what it is we want to do. And, you know, we have a day where we just allow everyone to embrace their inner uniqueness and really be able to shine and show how much support you have when you get a group of like-minded souls that connect. And, you know, the power in that is amazing. I really can't describe it. It's when you get a group of like-minded together, you know, you can move mountains. And we've had a lot of feedback from ladies that have been to the retreat and have just had the amazing opportunities and things come along. And it's not, you know, they've done that themselves. It's not really the fact, you know, we don't put our hand up to say we're miracle workers, but we just help you tap into that unique inner voice that you have to do what it is you want to do. And, you know, I want to share that today with my show to say, you know, as a psychic or as a medium, and when people come and connect, loved ones in spirit are always wanting life to be easy. They want to give you the guidance. They want you to be able to be empowered to do, you know, the best that you can for you, because for everyone it's unique and different. And I find that really fascinating because we all have different gifts and talents, and it's great to be able to share them with others and get confidence with them. And that's what we do with our retreats. We really facilitate you getting your confidence to know what is right for you, because ultimately you're the best judge for what fits for you, you know. So if something doesn't feel right, we always say, you know, you have to run with that because you know better than anybody else. And, you know, no matter who you are or what the circumstance is, you have the best inner guide within you. So we love to bring that out and go, you know what? We're going to encourage you to step into that inner knowing and to start to trust what comes to you is correct. So we all get signs. Again, you know, I say this week after week, but look for the signs if you're feeling a bit lost. Like last week I shared I had a week of reflection and just, you know, really had to step back and reevaluate everything. And I've come out of that now feeling really rejuvenated and ready to step up again. And I needed that downtime, and I needed to have that moment of actually pulling back from things and not be so busy doing everything, and just taking time to be and to actually honor who I am and say, you know what, I can't do everything. And, you know, and I think we all get a bit like that. We get caught up in the saying yes to things and, just overloading ourselves. So for me, I identified that, and the feeling I have now is great relief, and it's a sense of renewal. So if you're feeling a bit lost or a little bit worn down with things, don't forget to take a breath. And that can mean just stepping out and having some time disconnected from everything and everyone, and just have some time for yourself and reconnect with that inner guidance again, that we all have. So yeah, that's my gift today, is to say to you, take the time for you, and don't forget that you are important, and your well-being comes first. If you're no good, then neither are your children, neither are your partners, neither are the rest of the family, the animals. Everything connects with us. So let's try and honour us first, and that will then allow, all of those around us to be able to connect into that energy, and we can show them how it is to be real, and, to honour ourselves. We all have to honour each other and ourselves. So, yeah, I think this, ready for the next, 4 months of the year, we need to be aware of that. All right, I'm going to go to my first caller. I have Jessica in Buffalo, New York. Jess, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Good. Oh, your voice just matched the energy I got from your name. I'm like, Jess is so much fun. I wanted to say, do you get called Jess?
I do. I'm so excited.
Cool. Because I'm just calling you Jess, and I'm like, usually that means that is something, some people don't like their name shortened, but I just felt for you, I've got a lot of fun and I've got a lot of exciting things happening, so I'm excited to connect to you and your name. And no doubt we've got some inspiring info for you coming up.
I'm so excited. Thank you for taking my call, and thank you for being of service.
My pleasure.
This is awesome.
No, my absolute pleasure. Jess, can I ask, has there just been a transition for you, or a revelation on where you're going as far as your career goes, or what you're stepping into?
Yes, major transition in May there was.
Yeah. It's like, woohoo, because it's like, that's what Spirit's showing me. It's like you've had that movement, so we're already stepping into it. There's been a little bit of self-doubt, and I also want to say, don't take on board. I feel like there's somebody around, and maybe this is within your workplace, or somebody that might be putting doubts in your mind, but I just want you to override that and go, that's their stuff and it's not yours, because you are ready for this, and you don't need to do major preparation for stepping into, even further ongoing things. You've got that all within you. So don't doubt it. Ride with that. There is something around a little bit more study I see with you, that like a short course or something that you're going to add to your collection. And when I say collection, ordinarily Spirit will show me that as in adding to your toolbox in what you do. What you do is really unique, and it has to be done your way, I also have to say. So don't lose that, because that's so cool. You're very different in what you do, yeah? So it's like you've got gifts to share, and it has to be your terms and how you're comfortable with doing it. So I almost feel like you might have been shown how to do things, and you've taken what you've needed, but you know intuitively that what is coming to you, even though it's different to what you've been shown, it's right for you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah. No, so don't deviate from that. You're on the right track there. There's also something around money coming in. So I'm not sure, have you, with this change, is there an opportunity in that to bring in more money? Because I just feel like I want to say to you, I've gone from, bringing money in, but now there's more money coming. So it's like I've got extra money to do things with.
There's been a lot more. Yes, it's been more consistent, and there's been an abundance. I've been very grateful.
Yes.
Very fortunate.
Yeah, absolutely. Because that's what I felt like. Oh, there's, and it's like that's the start, but it is going to continue on. So it's like there's more to come as well. But it's just like, when you're in harmony and things are, you're honouring who you are, you can't go wrong. And that's what I feel for you, is it's really important. There's also a lady in spirit coming around you that connects in with you, and I feel like, I feel like I want to go to a grandmother, but there's somebody that you had a really great connection with. So it's somebody that spent time with you, and almost I want to say she's like your cheerleader.
Yeah. I'm sure there's many up there. There's many.
She's quite cheeky. She's got a great sense of humour, but it's almost like she's putting her hand up to say, I'm responsible for this girl. So I feel like with your talents, there's something where it's been passed down in the family, and she's putting her hand up to go, comes from me.
I've taken on her name. I'm not allowed to use my name in my job. So I know who you're talking about. She is responsible.
Yeah. And she's got the sense of humour, and she's like, and I feel like she shows, she gives you signs. So I feel like there's somewhere particular, because she's showing me, I don't know, somewhere, and it's really random, but somewhere you get changed, that she hangs around. And I don't mean that as in she watches you get changed, but it's like there's something around getting dressed up, or I'm changing outfits, and she's around when that happens.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, because she's laughing, and I'm like, why are you telling me that? But she's like, no, you'll understand. So I have to share that. She's really sweet. She's also showing me there's a couple of influential people that are going to be stepping in to help you. So, and these will be, I almost want to go to one being like a bit of a mentor. And I'm not sure whether they're there yet or not, but she's showing me there's two that are really going to help you, propel you to where you need to be. So trust that she's sending them, and she's showing me that with them, there will be signs. So there's things where you'll meet them and go, oh, that relates back to your relationship with her. So she's giving you definite signs on these people being the right ones to help.
Okay. All right. I'll pay attention. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because it's like, I feel like there's an aspect where you'll meet somebody like-minded doing similar to you that will help propel you. And a little bit like how I work in with other mediums, you know, you resonate with some really well, and you do, you know, you work in together and do things together. I see you doing that.
Okay.
Okay. And it might be.
Okay.
Yeah, when she's showing me that, it's like, I don't know whether you've had a negative experience in the past with that, and you might be on the fence, but she's just telling me to tell you it's okay. She's going to send the right one. So I just feel like just be open to that. If they're not there yet, they're not far off stepping in.
Okay, cool. All right. Okay. Yeah, I have had past experiences that's why I question it. Okay, awesome.
Yeah. So she's just showing me, but look for the sign. So, you know, it's almost like you'll meet them and go, oh, their name is connected, or their initial is connected, or they live at a similar address or area. There'll be some connection back to her. So just look for that. Even if you're unsure, it's like she's going to give you the signs, because she's very clever, and it's almost like she wants to put her hand up and go, I'm really clever at this, giving you signs. So it's like she's very responsible for those signs. So don't doubt that, suppose. Like,
okay.
So yeah, so it's like that's a definite. And she does guide you along, and like you say, you have got a lot up there in spirit, but she was the one really wanting to come in and go, I've got a lot to say. She talks quite fast, so that's why I talk fast, but I feel like I'm talking even faster, and you haven't had a chance to get a word in, because I feel like that was her as well. And she's not letting me waste time. It's like, you've got to tell her this and tell her that.
Okay. I love it.
So that normally relates to their personality. Does that make sense?
Oh, it totally makes sense. I set the intention before. I'm so grateful that she's stepping forward. This is awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, awesome. I love that. I love how spirit works like that. It's like, and that's what I try and encourage everyone and say, they really are there for our higher good, and they, at any opportunity they jump in to show us. We just sometimes tend to, get sidetracked, so we don't, be as open to the signs. But she's definitely around, and she's one to make it clear she's around. So there's no doubting it's her. And I feel that. Mm-hmm. Did you have a last question before I go on to my next caller for me?
I just was wondering what is the guidance about love? Like, is there anything as far as the love department I know that's such a general question, but
no, that's cool. There's sorry, I have to laugh. She's showing me that there hasn't been anyone good enough yet. So it's like they have to be in alignment with you. So, you're given the signs early when they're not. And I feel like there's, in your past relationships, like that you've got to totally resonate. And for you, you're very spiritual, you're very connected. You haven't met one that you've had that total resonance with. There's always been a bit of a but or a bit of a, oh, I'm not sure on that. And it's like she's showing me he hasn't stepped in yet.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
That makes sense. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And don't,
cool.
In that, because it's like she's showing me she was particular, and she goes, you keep being particular. Don't you worry about that, because it's like innately you intuitively get that feeling, and it's like honor that, because the one that will step in and the one that she's showing me is quite evolved, and he's quite, how can I put it, he's confident within his skin. It's really important because of what you do and, the work that you do. You need somebody that's beside you. We don't want someone you have to mother or nurse up or make into something. So this one that steps in, he'll have, I want to say, as us Aussies do, he'll have his shit together. So, it'll be easy.
Yes. Thank you.
So don't compromise, all right? You meet one and they haven't got their stuff together, go next. Just don't, because you're not one to waste time on somebody that's not right. So you're on the right track. Keep it up, but there is somebody that will be stepping in.
All right, my love. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Lovely to connect. Thank you so much, Jess, for ringing in. And keep me posted. I'd love to hear.
Absolutely. Thank you for your gift. Thank you for sharing.
My pleasure. Thank you. All right, I better go on to Joanne in North Carolina, the USA. Joanne, how are you?
I'm hanging in there. How are you?
You're hanging in there.
Yeah.
Not too bad. So we're all right. So you're just hanging in there because we've had quite a few struggles. Let me tap into that. There's been okay. Over the last 12 months, there's been a couple of losses for you. Does that resonate? There's something around having things taken.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I just felt like, I'm feeling quite, I feel really unhinged, and I feel really at rock bottom. So it's like things have been stripped away, and I want to say to you that it's no fault of your own. It's like it's spirit are really strongly coming in. Please, please, please don't feel responsible, because you're not responsible, and it's almost like there's a lot of guilt that you're carrying around, and whether that's consciously or subconsciously, it's wearing you down. And it's almost like I feel like I'm carrying a couple of big bags of, like, for me, I liken it to horse feed on my back. So for you, you're carrying this around, and we need to let that go. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so it's time to let that go. And I know it's easy for me to sit here and tell you that, but it's almost like energetically, even if you call in spirit, you've got a male stepping in. Is your father in spirit, can I ask? Because we've got a male stepping in. Has your father passed?
Yes, but that's been a while, but I haven't reached the course.
Yep. And so you've had another male that's recently passed as well?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Because it's like I want to say there's the protector who's stepping in for you. All right. There's a J initial around him. So something connected with J. And I also want to reference something around coming up to either an anniversary or something that's like, I even want to go to a few years or a couple of years. But it's like a reference to an anniversary. Does that fit with the male that's recently passed? He's very quiet, I have to say.
I don't know how to answer that. Anniversary?
Yeah, like is it the Is it something like an anniversary of a passing, or a what would have been an anniversary had that person still been here? There's just, I feel like I want to reference something, or they're showing me something around coming up. Like I don't feel like I'm heading in September. I feel like I'm going to October, November. There's something relevant about those months with this male spirit. He's very quiet, like he's not giving me a lot. There's something around a reluctance with him coming forward, and it's not that he's not around to support you, but he's a little bit like, I would describe him as being a little bit in the background. So even with his personality, he wasn't one to be full of life, if that makes sense.
Well, actually, he was full of life.
Okay. So is it your father then because it's like with this one, he's in the background, but he's not one to say very much.
Possibly.
Yeah, okay.
And
So
I've had like a husband, I've had a father, but the most recent is closer.
okay. So you've got a few, because there is a few men up there, okay? You've got a few in spirit. Let me see. Just trying to connect with. Where does the J initial fit? Somebody with the J. Oh, I want to go back to that because it's like that's relevant to who's coming through. All right. Who was this? Yeah, who was a smoker? I feel like I'm smoking.
All of them.
Okay, all right. Who did you specifically want to connect with? If you give me a first name, then I can call them in.
Mikey.
Mikey. Okay. So this is not your husband, though, is it? That's passed? No.
No.
No. Okay. Oh, he's cute. Okay. Does Mikey sit with your son?
He's my son.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Thought so. Oh, he's got so much love for you. Let me see. Okay. Oh, he sends you kisses. There's something around when you go to bed of a night time, he connects in with you. And it's like, I want to say I'm snuggling. So I'm like, he's showing me, and I'm feeling the emotion here. So please know that, I can't imagine this, but it's like he's coming through showing me he comes to you, and it's like I'm kissing you, like but I feel like it's of a night time, so I'm snuggling up in like I've got blankets and things around, but it's like he comes to you. Do you connect with him there? Because I feel like there's something he's acknowledging, that's him.
Sometimes, I mean, yeah.
It's like he's around you, and it's almost like he's constantly there, but he doesn't like to see you sad. So is it of a night time when you mostly allow yourself to get emotional? Because I feel like that's when he steps in to go, it's okay, Mama. He's such a beautiful, can I say, like, I want to just, with connecting with his energy, he's very angel-like. So it's almost like he was angelic presence when he walked the earth, because he's still got it, but he's got it extra in spirit.
He wasn't. He is an angel. He's so, everybody loves
him. And he was born like that, because it's like he's showing me I was like that from the beginning. So it was almost like this angelic child that just was, it almost seemed not of this earth, if that makes sense. It's like it's just his energy so he's so unconditional with his love. It's like he just had that energy around him, and it was like from birth this was how he was.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's also something like that he's showing me he lived for the moment, or he wants you to remember that. Like I feel like every day for him was a new day, and he really made the most of things, and it's like he wants you to remember that aspect of him.
Yeah.
as hard as it is through grief. I know that's just there's something around the bike, can I say? He's showing me a bike.
A bike?
Is there a bike? Yeah, something around a bike I want to go to. Is there a bike of his around, or
A motorcycle bike?
yeah, I feel like he's making reference to the bike is important.
A motorcycle?
And is that put away?
Yes.
Yeah, because it's like he wants you to it's almost like he wants you to connect with the bike. There's something around that.
There's something around the bike?
Yep. It's like it's important that he connects with you. Joanne, what I want to do is, because I'm running out of time to really give you all that he wants to give me, I'd love you to connect with me, and I will connect with you over Messenger and continue on the messages from your son. So if you want to shoot me a message, Australia's Psychic Cowgirl, Tonia Reeves, I will continue this because it's really important he gets his messages to you, and it's like I just want to do that for you.
Okay, now the message sent to where?
To Tonia Reeves. If you look up, even after this is finished, look me up, Australia's Psychic Cowgirl, send me a message and I will connect with you.
Okay, can you spell that?
Have a look when you go back. Have a look. My name's on the bottom. It's Tonia and then Reeves.
Okay.
All right. Connect with me because I really want to help you here. And yeah, you've definitely got an amazing amount in spirit for you. But I'd love to be able to expand on the messages so that you can get some comfort in your grieving, because it's not pleasant, and you're doing it really hard. So please connect with me and I will do that for you.
Okay, thank you.
To help you. My
Thank
pleasure.
you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for calling in, and I will talk to you soon. All right, I'm running out of time. Thank you so much, everyone, for connecting. And beautiful Joanne with the loss of her son and hubby and dad, and it's such a hard thing to the grief is I can't imagine with losing a child. That's really hard. Thank you so much, everybody. I'll see you next week, the same time, same place.